Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Evil Genius 2. In the last episode we continued going through crime lords. We've got a couple new ones. Sir Daniel is running around the base. He's not permanent yet, but we are also dealing with Caffard. Also, Symmetry is in the base, which is why the money count down there is lower than it should be. But as soon as she wanders into the kill box, well, she won't be a problem anymore. Alright, so we need to find the Blinky-Doo. There it is. For Mr. Caffard. I don't know why. I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I don't know why I don't remember his entire thing. I thought Caffard's thing led to Carla Jones's, but I don't remember getting her in Emma's run. I may have. If I did, then she was so unmemorable that I just, well, don't remember her. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens if we get her. You have driven off this new rival for now. Keep an eye out as though they will surely return. I'm going to ignore that for a second because, yeah, Symmetry's people managed to get into the box.
Maybe next time you'll dazzle.
Pretty sure you're already dazzled, Symmetry. I mean, you can keep playing hard to get, but you're not really fooling me here. All right. Wait, where's the? Wait. Oh, there we go.
How dare you raid my warehouses? I won't be insulted by a common thief.
You stole the Declaration of Independence from me first, and replaced it with a fake.
Alright, first of all, I don't like his eyebrows. That's something Dr. Mr. Badtouch would do. And second of all, man, he looks wet. Why are you moist, sir? What are you doing in my base, tracking your moistness all over my floors?
You couldn't even tell the difference. You wouldn't know true art if it exploded in your face.
There's probably a hashtag not a pervert in there somewhere, but it's a bit early to be getting into those.
If you try to pass off another cheap knockoff, you will be sorry.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you're going to find it very hard to do business now. Farewell.
Whatever. Alright, next up is Espectro again. At last, Espectro is enacting his grand plan. With the world destabilized, he intends to reappear, presenting himself as the hero it deserves. Remind it who he really is.
My old nemesis. We meet again.
My old nemesis! You don't get to have that, that line, Espectro. The one who, really deserves that is not here with us.
And things have not gone any better for you since then, it appears.
You have failed to see the true plan at work in the mind of the Master of Light and Shadow.
Then why don't you pretend I'm a child and tell me?
I have unified the underworld's resources, and now I will use them to make myself the ultimate hero.
Espectro is putting his plan into motion to make himself look like the ultimate hero. You don't want him to have the forces of justice's full backing, so once again discredit him. To the world stage we go! Well, it seems we've located Espectro, so now we have to fire our doomsday weapon at Eastern Patriot. So this will be fun. Polar is on her way. You see here. Eastern Patriot it is. Even though I just got done setting that area up and clearing all the heat, but it should be fine. This is why we're cooling it down even more.
Espectro, I cannot help but notice that despite me dropping the sky on you, you are still alive.
You have defied me at every turn, thwarted my every ambition. I can never die until I repay that in kind.
Bad luck for you. My ambitions run circles around yours, and you haven't succeeded yet.
That's the thing, Master. For what I aim to do to you, I need only succeed once.
Defeat Espectro in the lair. Just a defeat, not a capture? Alright, we'll take him out whenever he shows up, if my laser grid doesn't do it first. You know, I don't think I'm gonna wait until the next run. I think here on out, I'm just not going to do heat killing missions. So yeah, the region that Symmetry was just in, just locked down, but she herself is not coming. I'm just going to have to try my best to ignore the big notification number since that causes me a little bit of FOMO anxiety. So I'm just going to ignore it. We're not going to run any more missions. We're going to see if things go a little bit smoother since I won't have to be constantly replenishing my numbers anymore.
So I will take everything else from you.
Okay, well, you say that. That's great, but it looks like you're having some severe problems. Yeah, alright, so one of the parasites has shown up. So they're going to enter... Yeah, they're going to enter the kill box at roughly the same time. So we'll see how this goes. We'll bring in the everybody. Well, Espectro wasn't a problem. And there goes the parasite. Yeah, Sure, Foxworth. I look forward to having more playtime.
Boss, we tried to corner him, but Espectro escaped again. He did some darkness thing.
Good thing you're not a scientist.
I will give him this. He is certainly persistent.
I'll scramble a team to go after him.
Oh, not you. I am going to execute you in a moment for failing to capture him. But don't worry. Once I find him again, I will have the ideal man to replace you.
Okay. Oh, that's it. Okay, well, so next mission is server wipe or hack the Janet. And hack the Janet will get her, so that's the one we'll do. Janet Bombe, the formerly mysterious tech hacker, wishes to prove her worth. Let's see what she can do. Janet.
Have been extinguished.
That wasn't side story begun. Okay. Janet Bombe fled the lair after her attack failed. She has, however, proven that she might be useful to your plans, so you should bring her in, alive. Alright, so that... Oh, there is another Espectro mission. Alright, capture Janet on the world stage. Should be easy. I just have to find the Blinky-Doos, which are going to be just a little bit tougher to see, what with all the icons now and the such. Come on, Janet. I don't have all day.
That was fantastic. You're clearly worthy of my skills. What do you need me to do?
I'd like you to impress me. Fail to do that, and I'll kill you myself.
Let's remember that line.
Sure, I can do impressive. Let me prove myself. You have a criminal record on one of these continents, right?
On all of them, actually.
What if I told you there was a way to make one of those records disappear? Let's have some fun.
Okay, how are we going to have fun? Lure a tech agent on the world stage. Oh, same area too.
All fires have been extinguished. Task complete.
That was simple enough.
It's done. I've wiped out your heat from that region. It's like you never existed.
I have to admit, I am impressed. That doesn't happen easily. There is a seat at my table for you.
Really? You mean it? I'd shake your hand, but the static would give you a nasty shock. Happy to come aboard.
Excellent. If you break anything, I'll break you. Keep that in mind.
Well, as great as that is,
Listening it.
even
Over
though
and out.
Polar said she was impressed, I am not. So, as we promised Janet, if we are not impressed, we'll just kill her. So,
For a noble cause. My
fixed. Alright, let's check out the new side stories. Poisin Ivy. Poisin Ivy. Dr. Magnolia Ming intends to use your doomsday device to synthesize the perfect version of her spore gas. Stop her weeds before they can take root in your garden.
Hello again. I'm disappointed you survived, but that's science for you.
You must have a death wish to come back to my island.
This island belongs to nature. It will be the seed that a new, unspoiled paradise will sprout from. And you helped.
What have you done, Dr. Ming?
Infected the very air you breathe. Inhale deep, and it'll all be over soon.
Dispel the spore gas clouds. How do I do that? I don't remember. Oh, just more of her gas doohickeys. Whatever. Have an original idea, Dr. Ming. So far, it seems like ignoring the world stage is working out. I don't think my money generation is as good because regions keep shutting down, but all I have to do is offset that by running some actual money missions in several regions, maybe 3 or 4 at a time, and then we easily keep up with our financial obligations while still not having to constantly replenish our numbers, which
A small fire
maybe that means
has
it's
started in your air.
a net positive because I don't have to keep buying more and more minions. I don't know. The point is it's so far working out,
Fires
so
are getting out of
may as well
control.
keep this going until I go completely broke.
What do you want, Dr. Ming? All I ever did was help you.
And your wonderful device can help me more. You were right. My operation needs to grow.
If you think you can repurpose my life's work,
I think as long as you're breathing that spore miasma, I can do whatever I want. See you soon.
She's so mean. She's so mean to us. Killer, capture, crime lord. Oh, crap. Alright, hold on. We're gonna do another quick emergency save because I don't want that biting me in the
Your
ass.
research has been completed.
Ming has shown up with some goons, so let's bring everybody and take care of them very quickly. Oh, you guys want to try my Prometheus fire trap? Uh-oh. Oh wow, even with... Yeah, even with Polar completely surrounded, she's fine. And she's getting rocket launchers to the face, but she's still fine. Well, that was simple. Alright, everyone go rest up.
Before you get any ideas with that weapon of yours, what if I joined you?
I seem to remember extending that offer first. Your response was to make some interesting choices.
Let me make a new choice. You saw how effective I was with my experiments. I could do that for yours too.
Why should I spare you? Why should I even trust you?
I crossed you because I didn't think you were a believer. Now I know I'm wrong. Let me show you I'm one. Let's talk. I could turn a new leaf.
You do that, although, yeah, I didn't get her. Again, that was just a temporary measure. So before we start the next mission, during my testing I saw that these excellent rated investigators can get into the kill box, but their disguise wears off before they can get much further. Like that. And as soon as one gets revealed and shot at, all the others get auto-tagged and start fighting back. And at that point, the kill box starts. and the investigators are very quickly rendered irrelevant. So, no door, no problem. No heat killing missions, no problem. I don't know, man. Given how usually the complaint about games nowadays is that they're too easy, I've gotten a lot of feedback and comments and emails and DMs and such that it's too hard and I need to be making the game easier on myself. I'm handicapping as much as I can, short of like giving myself some sort of ridiculous rule like I never build any lockers. And this is... it's so easy compared to Evil Genius 1. It's so easy. Alright, hold on, let me clear out. Yeah, that was excellent investigators, and they were nothing. Stopped cold. Ha ha ha. By the kill box. Okay, I should call the kill box the freezer. What with all the cold puns and the such. Alright, next up is crossing over, and I will gain Espectro. The world has moved on from Espectro, but you haven't. You believe a man of his talents could be an asset to your operation. Find him and recruit him.
Oh. You are the last person I expected to see on my doorstep.
There was a time when killing you held appeal, but I have to admit, you have impressed me.
What? Oh, do you mean it?
Why so excited?
Yes, your tech in particular could be a valuable addition to my plans.
Then we will have to go out into the world and get it back.
Extract Espectro from his hiding place so you can make use of him.
A scheme has succeeded.
Got him without even trying. Arrival becomes an asset, blah blah blah.
That is the last of my technology. I put it all at your disposal. I take it now is when you betray me.
Now, the cutscene won't say that, but yes, I'm going to murder you as soon as I have control again.
The thought had crossed my mind, but no, Espectro. I am keeping my word. I have seen what you are like as an enemy. I like you being my enemy's enemy.
Ah, okay. I did not totally follow that, but I promise I will not let you down.
I know. You are on my team now. There will be consequences if you do.
Well, wait a minute. I actually don't know anything about him, so...
A brand new henchman has joined your organization.
Oh, he's not even here yet. You know, Jabay, you've served me well, but we have come to the point where I don't need you anymore, so I always feel really bad about this, given it's Jabay, but... There we go. Alright, so now we still have an open slot available. And I just need to button some buttons here. Boop, boop, and boop, boop. Oh, I got a piece of loot from that? Induction chair. Espectro built this machine in a few minutes and then spent years perfecting it. Order a henchman into the device to upgrade their outfit. I see. I see. I wonder how many people that applies to. Maybe all of them. Let's see. Can I put that wherever I want? Probably. Let's extend our this. And then we'll do, yes, here. And then that way we basically have a walk-in closet for the minions. I'm going to see if I can do that to Deep Six. Actually, I'm going to see if I can do that to all of them. We'll see if they look any cooler. No pun intended. I mean, pun intended. We'll see if they look cooler. Alright, Espectro has shown up. Stackable trait. Espectro charges up a devastating attack. Summon ally. Espectro uses his forbidden technology to create a second version of himself. That sounds interesting. Here, come over here, Espectro. I need you to get out of the that. Okay, so... Oh yeah, yep, there's a second Espectro. Now he's charged up to attack. He's just kind of standing there, though. He's charged it, but... Oh, now it is charged. I see. I mean, getting 2 for 1 is not a bad idea.
Darkness lurks.
Sure. Alright, let's see if... Okay, Deep 6 can't be ordered. Fugu can't be ordered. Can none of you be ordered to upgrade your outfit, or do you have to be, like, standing here first? No. The henchmen I have cannot have their outfits upgraded. Let's see if Espectro himself can. Nope.
What is it?
All of the henchmen I have cannot have their outfits upgraded. What the hell, man? What's even the point? Alright. Espectro's probably pretty decent in a fight, though, so he might be fairly useful. Alright, so what do we have now? I think that's it. Yep, so now we're down to the last bits of the side stories. So we'll skip the upgrades for now, and we'll go with the minion recruitment. So next up is Trouble Agent. The forces of justice send their very best agents to your lair. If you want to train your own agents, you'll need to go out there and get someone more poorly trained.
We've just launched the latest propaganda campaign. Third one today, actually.
Excellent! Do the people love me yet?
I do, Polar. That should be enough.
Not exactly. It would be easier to do this if you weren't so open about all these crimes you're committing.
What you are saying is I need to destroy the evidence. Or, better yet, leave no evidence left behind.
Yes.
We need someone who thinks like the enemy. Our own agent, able to cover our tracks before we even make them.
A fresh approach is required, and there are any number of promising candidates out there. Bring one back. This is really interesting how secure I feel in this base, and how we have absolutely everything covered. I see another small group of investigators coming in from that side entrance. Although they're triggering the traps. Oh, there goes the military. They were spotted before they even got in the kill box. Yeah. Looks like it's easily handled. I never felt this way in the original Evil Genius. Even on normal difficulty in the original Evil Genius, I never felt 100% safe because the enemy could hit you so hard and from different angles, and you didn't have enough minions to cover everything, that I was always kind of on edge. It also doesn't help in Evil Genius 2 that once the minions go out into the world to run schemes, they are taken out of play, and then you can just train up more. Conversely, in Evil Genius 1, whenever you had minions out on the world stage, or the map, they still counted against your population cap. So the entire run was always a balance between raising money and finding loot and that kind of thing versus base security. You could never do both at the same time. But that's not the way Evil Genius 2 works, and it's so much easier as a result. Alright, so we've got Salma Salami. Let's get you interrogated so we can start producing counter agents. I suppose I better start the process here and expand the social minion training room, because that is going to be needed very soon. The only schemes I'm making sure to run on the world stage at that point is anything in the submarines. Usually the money one. Increases passive income in adjacent regions while running. Not only is that good for money generation, but we need the increases intel production speed while running. We need that little extra boost that we get from doing ocean missions, because being able to train faster or get more intel or whatever, that is where we can gain some speed, and that's something that we can uniquely get from the ocean missions. But the rest of the world, all those alerts that I'm not running schemes, who cares? As long as I have enough money to cover salaries, We'll be fine. Come to think of it, this also means I can reduce my valet count because I'm not going to need nearly as many anymore. Let's just drop this number back down to 15. And I think 10 each of the spinnies, the counters, and the socialites should be good enough. We'll bump that up if we have a mission that requires more, but that should be plenty. Same with the scientists and the biologists. I should pull those numbers back down to 10. Engineers can stay at 10. Yeah, everything else is fine. We can save a little bit of money that way.
Task complete.
A new type of minion is now available for training.
At last, I have my very own agent. Oh, how the tables have turned. Say something, agent.
Eagle to Sparrow, code word Monarch is status green.
I didn't understand any of that. Say something else.
Monarch is status red. Repeat, Monarch is red. Situation foobar. Need extraction route.
Get out of my sight and do some espionage before you make me even angrier.
Aw. Still got some time left. Karate is the spice of life. Killing people is all well and evil, but you need to bring in the occasional prisoner. Someone trained in martial arts will be able to beat your enemies into submission.
Look, I do not usually care, but are you okay? You were not nearly as bloodthirsty in that last gunfight.
It's just, well, it's all the same, isn't it? Pull trigger, blot out the screams, pull trigger. Occasionally I reload, but even that's dull. Killing indiscriminately has lost the shine. Need a challenge.
Well, we like you killing indiscriminately.
Things have been a little quiet around here lately. Okay, I am in. What do you need?
Maybe I could use my bare hands. Bring him in alive. That'll be a real challenge.
She's so happy. A fresh approach is required, and there's any number of promising... Yeah, I read that already. So the only problem with my current strategy, well, with the areas and such, is this. When I need to, for example, kidnap a specialist from the world stage, like over here, well, that's a bad example. Wow, there are no good examples about what I was going to say. What I was going to say was if I have a situation where I've got so much heat, like here, you know, let's say that was the only one that I could do, I would have to wait until the heat goes down, or I have to spend the intel to kill the heat or whatever. But that's still less time than it would take if I were to train more workers up to get there. Like here, for example, let's say I wanted to do this mission for franchising opportunities, and the heat's pretty high, so it would be questionable whether I could get it done. Or even here, yeah, there's even a martial artist here. It would be questionable whether we could get it done quickly enough before the heat locks it down. But even if that's true, all I do is do this, spend the intel, kill the heat, and then immediately jump on the mission that I need. Now there's no heat whatsoever, and I can just roll. There's no reason for me to be using heat killing missions because I have the base under control. At this point, the only thing that I gain by having the by killing heat all over the place, the only thing I gain is a little more smoothness getting money, a little more consistency, but it's at the cost of such a high amount of time retraining people that it just gets annoying. So this seems like it's so much faster. I'm seeing my power draw is having problems. Am I losing any... Nope, I'm not losing anything, so it must just be the added buildings I'm making. The heat is jumping around a little bit. Well, that's okay. So what we'll do to fix that is we're just going to go up here, and we'll just expand this. So we'll do, let's see, how many is that away? 2. 1, 2, boop, and a boop, and a boop, and a boop. And then
started in your
We
lair.
do a this, and then a this, then a this, then a this. And we switch these to maximum coldness, which I know is going to temporarily damage the power plants a little bit, but fuck it. Actually, tell you what, let's just medium it. How about that? Yeah, so now the power plants are chilly. So that's fine. And then once this gets done, we'll have more power and they'll still be controlled and we're not going to have any problems. And everything will be fine. I am the best damned Evil Genius 2 player on YouTube. I don't have as many views as some other Let's Players, but I'm the best player, so screw everybody else. I'm not being that mean. Not on purpose. I don't really feel that way. I'm just being confident or whatever. What is... oh, whatever. Those aren't worth building either. Not at this point. Yeah. Yeah, we've got this handled. Oh, geez, and I'm over time. Whoops. Okay, well, we'll... hold on, everybody. We'll escort that prisoner, get them interrogated, and get our new martial artist at the start of the next episode. So for now, thank you all very much for watching, and I will... Shut up, Karen. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.